But even deeper than that, I react this way physically because I went through this in the past. So a memory is triggering how my body is physically reacting. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and I am a spirituality coach that teaches you how to practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. I'm very excited about today's video because I feel like understanding the very thing we're talking about today can be what helps you knit together all of the information you've learned about the law of attraction and manifesting. Today we are talking about the nervous system. But before we get into it, please make sure that you are subscribed so that you can be alerted when I make new videos. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up so other people on the platform know that it is valuable. Okay, let's get into it. So let's start at the very beginning. What is the nervous system? The nervous system includes the brain, the spinal cord, and all the nerves in your body, every single one. What the nervous system does is it sends signals throughout your body to tell your body what to do depending on the situation that you are in. So if you are in a situation where there is a lion that's broken into your apartment and the lion's really hungry and the lion wants to eat you, you're gonna see the lion with your eyes, right? And then the signal that you get from your eyes is gonna go to your brain, and your brain is gonna be like, there's a lion in my apartment. And then you're gonna know that you need to breathe quickly so that you can run. Your stomach's gonna know to stop digesting food because you're not about to eat. Now, you can definitely do research on the nervous system and do a little bit of deeper learning and learn the difference between your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to talk about the overall nervous system, and we can break it down a little bit more in the future. The nervous system does not finish developing until we are age 25. And the nervous system takes cues from the emotions that we feel in our body. So you might be wondering, what does the nervous system have to do with law of attraction and manifesting? Well, to me, law of attraction means that you are attracting whatever vibration you are putting out. The vibration that you are holding in your body matches the vibration of whatever you are attracting. In my humblest opinion, I believe that our vibration is created by our nervous system. Now, we just said that the nervous system does not finish developing until we are age 25, but the majority of our nervous system develops when we are much, much younger than that, when we are kids. And I think that manifesting really opened up for me when I learned about the nervous system, because I was able to pay more attention to how my body was reacting to external stimulus within the world. When I learned that I had specific reactions to specific situations, I was able to sit and observe and see that, okay, I react this way because I went through this in the past. But even deeper than that, I react this way physically because I went through this in the past. So a memory is triggering how my body is physically reacting. All this to say, any fear that we experience when we are very young is a part of our nervous system. We experience this fear and we learn that the fear that we are feeling is a normal part of how our body is supposed to be operating. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break just to make sure that you're paying attention. I want you to put a comment in the comment box right now that says, I am not my programming. That is one of my favorite affirmations. Put it in the comment box right now. I am not my programming. I am not my programming. I am not my programming. Okay, we're done with the little break. So the reason that we said that affirmation was because, getting back to the point of the video, any fear that we experience when we're children gets embedded into our nervous system. And our nervous system is what determines how we react to situations in our life. So if we experience a lot of fear when we're very young, we're programmed to believe that fear is a normal part of the feelings that we get within our body. Let's say that you have a very paranoid mother. Your mom believes that there is danger around every single corner. So Let's say that you are 5 years old and you get invited to a birthday party and your mom doesn't let you go because she thinks that the parents are drug addicts. And she's like, I don't know what's going on in that house. You can't go to the birthday party. And then you learn, all you know is that you're not going to the birthday party because you see that your mom's fearful of something. And then let's say that you are 7 or 8 years old and you want to spend the night at a friend's house. And your mom says, no, you can't spend the night because I bet her parents are drug addicts too. Or I bet they have a trafficking ring in their basement. I don't know. So you're like, okay, I can't go to a slumber party because there's something to be scared of there too. And then let's say you turn 10 and you want to go out with friends to the movies for the first time. And your mom's like, no, you're gonna get kidnapped. No, all the horrible things are going to happen. You're gonna get kidnapped, you're gonna get robbed. You know, life is full of horrible things. So many times in your childhood, you were excited, you were joyful, you were ready to expand. You were going to experience new things that were going to lead to your expansion. You became so ready to expand, so ready to jump into life and to just go, right? And then your mom was like, actually, you should be terrified. So you learned that natural feeling of expansion that you had was wrong, and that you should actually be a lot more guarded because there's danger everywhere. That's what your parent taught you. So now you're an adult and your parent's not making the decisions anymore, but in times where you should be excited about expansion, you get nervous, you get fearful, you hesitate. And you don't even hear the thoughts. You don't even hear why you're fearful, but your body is telling you that there is danger and we need to pause and sit and not jump into this so fast, right? Something that I see very often with my clients is this frustration with not being able to identify why they can't move forward, why they're experiencing blocks. And what I want to tell you is a lot of times the things that we learn that get embedded into our subconscious, we can't necessarily break down through language. We can literally only break them down through how our body feels. And that can be a little bit intimidating at first. I get that. But when you start to become best friends with yourself and your body, you realize that you and your body are like this. And whatever your body goes through, you have the ability to understand if you're willing to pause and listen. So if you're willing to pause and listen to your body and understand when you begin to become fearful, that can lead to you making leaps and bounds in your life in places where you previously felt stalled. When there is an abundance of fear in your nervous system, it can be frustrating when you are on this journey of raising your vibration and you get so far and yet you feel sad, you feel fearful, you feel depressed, you feel anxious, and you don't understand why, because your life, you've manifested all these wonderful things, you manifested all these wonderful opportunities, but you still don't feel happy, you still don't feel courageous, you still don't feel proud and all of the things that you thought you would feel. And what I would like to explain is that if you were consistently feeling sad when you were a child, if you were consistently feeling fearful when you were a child, you taught your body that sadness and fear are always right around the corner. And that's what your nervous system learned. So now as an adult, even though everything's going the way you want, your body is expecting fear, your body is expecting sadness, and it's preparing for those feelings, right? So knowing that, we are able to reprogram our mind and our body so that we don't have to experience this anymore. Because our mind and our body are our tools. They're our spirit's tools. We are not supposed to be controlled by our mind. We are not supposed to be controlled by our body. If you didn't comment before, I am not my programming, comment it right now, okay? I am not my programming, because you're not. So let's talk about reprogramming. You have to understand that it is your body. It's not your brain. It's not your conscious thoughts. It's how you feel, especially that nervous feeling when you start to think about doing something new. That's just what your body's gonna do to try to protect you from fear you felt 20 years ago, right? So all that being said, we can reprogram our body in 2 ways. The first way is going to be by pursuing situations that put you into the unknown. And while you're in these situations, making faith-based choices. And I know you might be saying, I don't like trying new stuff, it makes me too uncomfortable. That's kind of the catch. In order to reprogram your subconscious, you gotta kind of swim out into the deep end. You have to trigger yourself so that all of these things can be exposed so you can uproot them and change them. So put yourself into situations that align with who you're becoming, but also make you a tiny bit scared. And when you are afraid, when you are scared, be so present that you are aware of the thoughts that you are having. Begin to separate the thoughts into faith-based thoughts and fear-based thoughts. If the majority of your thoughts are fear-based, that's okay. All you need is one faith-based thought to pick and pursue. Okay, so I'm gonna reiterate that. What you want to do, one way to reprogram your subconscious and your nervous system is by putting yourself into situations that challenge you, and in these situations, making faith-based decisions, faith-based choices. You do this by identifying the fear-based thoughts that you are having and not being trapped in that way of thinking. Doing this over time will allow you to become more confident in yourself, more confident in being challenged. And each time you make a choice to expand instead of run, you're teaching your body that it is safe to expand. It is safe to be in this situation, okay? We don't have to be scared because we're adults, but you have to teach your body that. You literally have to teach your body that, because everything you've experienced before has taught your body that fear protects me. Being brave might lead to situations that we don't want to necessarily be in, but let's get to our next point. The next point is that when you decide to be brave, when you decide to expand, when you decide to do things that align with the life that you want, even if they're scary, when those things don't go your way, when you learn to look at situations that don't go your way as lessons, oh my gosh, the whole world is your oyster. The whole world is your oyster. You can manifest anything, you can do anything, because then you are just living, right? When you choose to pursue the life that you are manifesting with all of yourself, your whole being, not letting your ego or who you think you should be hold you back, but just living through your feelings, your positive feelings, your faith-based feelings, and learning each day, not letting anything stop your growth, you are able to really get into flow because nothing's stopping you. And I know that it can be scary because we don't want to fail. We don't want to mess up. But there's no such thing as failure, because if we fail, if we make a mistake, then we learned what the mistake was and we won't make it again. And if we didn't make that mistake, then we're likely going to make that mistake in the future further down the line. Our mistakes are just lessons. They don't say anything bad about us. They don't say anything negative about us unless we allow them to. If we let our mistakes define us, then that's what we choose. But we don't have to do that. We can define ourselves as people who are constantly pursuing growth. And a part of constantly pursuing growth is making some mistakes so that we may learn. So the first part is going to be teaching your nervous system that it's safe to grow. And the second part is going to be understanding that when we make mistakes while growing, that's just a lesson to learn on the journey. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, because I so enjoyed making it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up so the algorithm gods can show me some favor. If you would like me to expand on anything I talked about in this video, leave a timestamp in the comment box and let me know, and I'll be happy to do that in the future. Last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click that notification bell so that you can be notified when I come out with new videos, and so that you can join the Brown and Bendy bunch. I love you. If you would like to know more about coaching, just stick around. I will play my coaching commercial right after this. And if you would like to see me on live stream, I go live every Sunday for Setting Intention Sundays. So I will see you then. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.